Amid towering, wind-swept cliffs, the eagle emerges as the very image of dominance. The moment a predator on the ground reveals an opening, the distance from above quickly disappears. A single precise dive shows that true power comes from timing and complete control. What happens when everything on the ground suddenly falls within the eagle's view? The eagle is a large bird of prey, recognized for its strength and command of the skies. More than 60 species of eagles are found across many continents around the world. They possess broad wings, powerful legs, sharp talons, and hooked beaks designed to secure their targets. Many species build their nests on towering cliffs, large trees, or other locations with wide, unobstructed views. In the wild, eagles play an important role in maintaining balance within the ecosystem. The fox is a mammal belonging to the dog family, well known for its intelligence and long, bushy tail. Weighing around 15 pounds, it has a compact, agile body that adapts well to a wide range of environments. That agility has made the fox one of the most resilient survivors on land. Foxes and eagles often rely on the same food sources, including rodents and other small animals. As living space becomes more limited, the presence of such a resourceful predator becomes a challenge that cannot be ignored. Across open grasslands, expansive plains, and rugged mountain slopes, foxes often have to cross exposed terrain. Those are the moments when an eagle can lock onto its target from hundreds of feet above. Within seconds, it folds its wings and dives at speeds that can exceed 100 miles per hour. If the fox can quickly reach dense brush, rocky crevices, or uneven terrain, it still has a chance to escape the pressure from above. But even a brief moment of hesitation can quickly shift the balance. By reducing competition within its hunting range, the eagle reinforces its commanding position across the open sky. Beneath the open landscape, the jackrabbit is known for its explosive speed and unpredictable changes of direction. With an average weight of about 4 pounds, it spends much of its time foraging among dry grasslands. Its natural camouflage and crepuscular activity help reduce many of the dangers found across the prairie. From the perspective of a golden eagle, however, the jackrabbit remains an energy-rich and highly challenging target. When the timing is right, the eagle folds its wings and descends in a short, controlled, and remarkably precise dive. The pressure arrives in the blink of an eye, turning a peaceful moment into a tense pursuit. Despite its powerful hind legs, the jackrabbit has only a fraction of a second to react. It weaves through the grass in sharp zigzags, attempting to disrupt the eagle's approach from above. A difference of only a few feet can determine which side gains the advantage. In the end, the eagle's powerful grip, reaching about 750 pounds per square inch, allows it to bring the pursuit to a close. The advantage belongs to the sky, serving as a clear reminder that in nature, even the briefest lapse in awareness can change the outcome. Harpy eagles and Philippine eagles are regarded as two of the world's most formidable birds of prey, thanks to their remarkable ambush hunting strategies. Instead of soaring high above the forest, they remain hidden within the dense canopy of tropical rainforests. This exceptional camouflage allows them to blend into the surroundings like silent shadows. Here, many monkey species live in complex social groups among the upper layers of the forest canopy. Weighing an average of about 25 pounds, they rely on long arms and agile tails to move effortlessly through the trees. Their strong social bonds help them warn and protect one another from potential threats. However, individuals that become absorbed in feeding may occasionally lose their awareness beneath gaps in the canopy. Taking advantage of those brief openings, the eagle uses its nearly 7-foot wingspan to maneuver through the tight forest spaces. A short, swift, and precisely timed dive can leave the target with little opportunity to regain its rhythm of movement. From above, the eagle's presence creates intense pressure among the branches. With powerful wings, it lifts away from the canopy and carries its catch deep into the shaded forest. This remarkable ambush highlights the eagle's role in helping maintain balanced populations of monkeys and sloths. The kangaroo is one of Australia's most iconic animals, recognized for moving with powerful, agile leaps driven by its exceptionally strong hind legs. An adult red kangaroo can weigh more than 200 pounds, making it one of the world's greatest long-distance jumpers across the open grasslands. Those powerful legs allow it to accelerate quickly and defend itself against many predators. Encounters with the wedge-tailed eagle most often involve young, vulnerable kangaroos or individuals that have become separated from the group. Rather than confronting them directly, the eagle uses its advantage in altitude to create sudden pressure from above. Even so, the close protection provided by the group often makes this strategy difficult to succeed. In some rare situations, several eagles work together to increase pressure from different directions. They continually change their angles of approach, forcing the kangaroo to react within moments. However, the significant difference in body weight still places clear limits on the pursuit. That is how the eagle searches for opportunities in a demanding environment. It acts when a brief opening appears, while always recognizing the limits of its own abilities. Known as the masters of the cliffs, mountain goats are a symbol of extraordinary balance on steep, rugged terrain. Weighing more than 60 pounds as adults, they are still much larger than a golden eagle. Across the Rocky Mountains, the Cascade Range, and the mountains of Alaska, life on towering cliffs has made mountain goats a lasting symbol of resilience. Yet nature always creates rivals that know how to take advantage of a brief moment of vulnerability. The golden eagle, the ruler of the skies, does not rely on direct strength to challenge a mountain goat. Instead, it waits patiently on a high ledge, watching every movement for hours. When a young goat becomes separated from the group and climbs onto a steep cliff, an opportunity begins to emerge. The eagle rides rising warm air along the mountainside, staying close to the terrain while waiting for the goat to lose its rhythm. A single well-timed approach can turn the rugged cliffs into an ally for the predator. When the terrain shifts the balance, the very cliffs that once protected the mountain goat can help the eagle bring the pursuit to a close. In some situations, golden eagles may work together in pairs to increase pressure. Even then, success comes not from raw strength, but from reading the landscape and choosing the perfect moment. It is a remarkable display of hunting skill, where both the sky and the cliffs become part of the strategy. In the natural world, venomous snakes such as the black mamba present a formidable challenge for many predators. For the brown snake eagle, however, they are a familiar target in its specialized snake hunting strategy. Its advantage comes from thick, heavily scaled legs that act like a natural shield, helping reduce the risk from lightning-fast defensive strikes. Combined with a swift dive, a precise angle of approach, and perfectly timed talon placement, the eagle maintains remarkable control throughout the encounter. As a result, venom is no longer an overwhelming advantage. In addition to the black mamba, this species has also been documented hunting cobras and many other venomous snakes. From open grasslands to vast rivers and lakes, eagles have mastered the art of adapting to survive. Fish-eating species such as the bald eagle and the sea eagle make open waters their primary hunting grounds. With eyesight about 5 times sharper than that of humans, they scan every subtle ripple across the surface. When they detect movement from a fish near the water, the eagle dives swiftly and secures its target with powerful talons. Its precise approach allows it to lift back into the air within moments, carrying away an energy-rich meal. With a diet consisting of about 90% fish, this valuable source of protein and healthy fats provides the endurance needed for long flights. An abundant fish supply also plays a key role in successful breeding seasons, as eagle pairs defend the same nesting territory year after year. They perform spectacular aerial displays, sometimes locking talons in mid-air, and the female typically lays 1 to 3 eggs. Both parents take turns incubating the eggs and caring for the young until they leave the nest, carrying with them the instincts of a bird, long known as the king of the sky. Not every hunt across the open grasslands is controlled by the strongest predator. At times, success belongs to the species that can outlast every rival through relentless endurance. African wild dogs turn every stride into a precise calculation of timing. When the pursuit never lets up, even the smallest mistake can change the outcome. The African savanna thrives through a balanced food web. Within this ecosystem, medium-sized antelope serve as a vital source of energy for African wild dogs. When hunger takes hold, the pack's remarkable teamwork comes to life, setting the stage for a challenge against swift and agile prey. Amid this intense struggle for survival, the pack encounters a sable antelope. With its muscular build and gracefully curved horns stretching more than 3 feet, the sable stands like a living fortress. It is no easy target, as even lions approach it with caution. Each time a wild dog moves in to test its defenses, the sable responds with forceful steps and a warning sweep of its head. Rather than rushing in recklessly, the pack constantly shifts its angles, gauges the antelope's reactions, and retreats from danger when necessary. After several tense exchanges, the wild dogs wisely restrain their instincts and abandon a target that carries too much risk. The hunt, however, is far from over. From the nearby brush, an unexpected movement reveals an impala, one of Africa's most agile antelope. This time, guided by the dominant pair, the pack expands its formation, turning the surrounding landscape into a moving trap. Driven under increasing pressure, the impala accelerates to about 55 miles per hour in an effort to break free. The wild dogs resist the urge to sprint at full speed, instead rotating the lead position and forcing the impala to change direction again and again. When the impala heads towards a hillside or shallow water to disrupt the pursuit, the pack quickly closes off its route with extraordinary coordination. At sunrise across the African savannah, a new day begins for the African wild dogs, masters of endurance and teamwork. The pack awakens, samples the morning air, and sets out on another hunt. Nearby, a family of warthogs emerges from its burrow in search of food, unaware that pressure is quietly closing in. As the scent of potential prey drifts on the wind, the pack's ears stand alert. They slow their pace, maintain careful spacing, and focus on the individual most likely to become separated. Sensing the danger, the warthogs burst into a sprint, their hooves pounding the dry ground as dust rises behind them, marking the beginning of a tense pursuit. Even so, the wild dogs maintain a speed of about 30 miles per hour, drawing their opponent into a prolonged test of endurance. Just as the warthog reaches the safety of its burrow, the pack quickly changes tactics. They dig around the entrance, hold a tight formation, and leave no opening that could become an easy escape route. The Nile crocodile is one of Africa's most formidable ambush predators. Measuring about 15 feet in length, it can remain almost completely hidden beneath murky water, revealing only the slightest signs of its presence. Its powerful jaws, capable of delivering a bite force of about 3,700 pounds per square inch, turn the water's edge into a high-risk crossing for any traveler. After a long chase across dry ground, the African wild dogs arrive at the Luangwa River to quench their thirst. The adults keep their distance, constantly watching the water's surface and the muddy shoreline. However, fatigue leaves several younger pack members vulnerable to a brief lapse in awareness. At that very moment, a crocodile suddenly surges from the water and seizes the opportunity to clamp onto one of the young dogs in an instant. Without hesitation, the rest of the pack tightens its formation and erupts into a chorus of barking to distract the predator. The coordinated response creates enough pressure for the crocodile to loosen its grip and release its hold. The swift rescue highlights the remarkable courage of the African wild dogs. It also demonstrates how their strong social bonds help them endure the relentless challenges of the natural world. Spotted hyenas are among the most formidable rivals of African wild dogs across the African savannah. Weighing up to nearly 190 pounds, with powerful jaws and a matriarchal social structure, they do far more than feed on leftovers. They are highly capable hunters, yet their bold behavior around food has earned them a reputation as opportunistic competitors. Under normal circumstances, African wild dogs avoid direct confrontations because hyenas are larger, remarkably resilient, and well-equipped to defend themselves. However, when a lone hyena quietly follows the pack, waiting until the dogs have exhausted themselves before competing for food, territory, or access to water, the tension quickly rises. Rather than backing away, the wild dogs rely on the strength of their numbers. They spread out into a full 360-degree formation, constantly changing positions, applying pressure, and then retreating to a safe distance. Each close approach is designed not to display dominance, but to gradually wear down the hyena's focus. The hyena, however, is not easily discouraged. It pivots to keep every source of pressure in view, then unleashes its distinctive calls to summon other clan members. The standoff can last for around 30 minutes, until one side recognizes that the energy cost has become too great. In the end, these encounters rarely produce a decisive outcome. Across the vast savanna, a herd of African buffalo weighing more than 1,000 pounds each suddenly approaches the area where a pack of African wild dogs is raising its young. The arrival of these massive animals places the pups under intense pressure. Remaining calm under the circumstances, the pack's leader quickly guides everyone away from the danger. Once the immediate threat has passed, a new tactical challenge begins. The wild dogs are no match for the buffalo's massive size and powerful defensive horns in a direct confrontation. Instead, they move in and spread out, patiently watching for younger individuals that may drift away from the herd's protective formation. Rather than rushing into action, the pack applies steady pressure through persistent pursuit and constantly shifting movements. As the disturbance makes it harder for the herd to stay organized, an opportunity gradually emerges. The wild dogs immediately close the distance, isolating a smaller target through precise teamwork. Building on that momentum, the African wild dogs immediately shift their pursuit to wildebeest, capable of reaching speeds of about 45 miles per hour. In the unforgiving wilderness, true strength is defined not by size, but by disciplined teamwork. With exceptional coordination, the pack achieves a hunting success rate of nearly 80%, turning every hunt into a remarkable display of survival strategy. During the harsh, dry season, when familiar food sources become scarce, African wild dogs are forced to broaden their diet to survive. Before them stands the oryx, an antelope several times larger, armed with horns stretching more than 3 feet in length and impressive defensive abilities. Driven by hunger and the instinct to survive, the pack is compelled to make a bold choice. Across the sun-baked plains of Botswana, the pack begins its search. Ahead, a lone oryx that has become separated from the herd suddenly comes into view. Powerful enough to make even lions approach with caution, it represents both a formidable challenge and a valuable source of energy during difficult times. Without wasting the opportunity, the wild dogs close the distance with swift, coordinated strides. Yet even as the circle begins to form, the oryx remains composed. Each time a dog moves in, it pivots with precision and uses its long horns as a natural shield against the pack's persistent pressure. After enduring sustained pressure from multiple directions, the oryx's defensive rhythm gradually begins to fade. Sensing the moment, the pack tightens its formation with remarkable coordination. They take turns advancing and retreating in perfect sequence. The encounter comes to an end as teamwork prevails, providing the essential nourishment needed to endure life on the open savanna. In the end, the eagle is more than a predator. It is the spirit of the sky. Every dive reflects confidence, precision, and instincts passed down through generations. Each encounter reveals the delicate balance between strength and perfect timing. Throughout the natural world, the eagle plays an important role in maintaining ecological balance. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and join us for more incredible wildlife stories.